What is up, you awesome kisters? This is CistReactZ, guys. Today we're reacting to Goodbye Internet. Make sure you guys hit the like button, subscribe to the Game Theorists, and comment down below. So apparently MatPat's quitting. I heard it on Twitter earlier.
I will be hosting my last Theory episode. It's not clickbait. On March 9th, I will be hosting
He already sounds
my
like he's
last
gonna cry.
Theory episode. At which point, I will be handing off the channels to someone else.
To someone else? He didn't even say who. Damn.
There it is. That's it.
That
Send
hurts.
We're all done here. That's all you need to know, right? Oh, wow. Forgive me, by the way, if I'm a little bit more disorganized than usual. Normally, I would want to script out something like this pretty precisely. But with an announcement like this, I wanted to bring it back to just us. There's no one else in the room. There's no teleprompters. There's no nothing. It's just the way that this whole thing started. It's a conversation between us.
Wow.
And sorry.
You're going to hear
I
that
keep
throughout
getting
this whole video.
emotional
Wow.
about this.
I can't believe he's quitting.
I'll try not to, but it's a big deal. You know, like, if you think about it, this channel is Steph and my first child, really. Before we had Ollie, before we had Skip.
I forgot he had a son.
Like, it was this. This was our baby. This channel has been going for 13 years.
Bro's about to go take care of his family. He's grown now.
1,200 theories.
Old man.
Only half of those are FNAF. Shocking. I know, we actually did stuff that wasn't FNAF related. But this has been a literal third of my life. And I'm going to miss you.
Oh my God. All right, turn the cameras off, bro. Show me the prank camera under his couch. He's crying and shit. It's starting to hit different when I actually watch the video.
And I'm sad that I won't be able to see you every week. Which then I guess prompts the question of like, why? Why am I doing this now? Why am I making this announcement today? Why am I walking away from the channels? Well, to be honest,
take care of his family, right?
It was Tom Scott. You can blame Tom Scott.
Tom
just did his farewell video, and I'm like, well, he was able to do it. I want to be able to fly away in a helicopter. Obviously, that's not it. But really, my reasons for making this announcement today is probably largely the same as Tom's reasons, or Seth Everman's, or Captain Sparkle's, or Papa Meat's, or Stampy.
Everyone's quitting shit.
There's a lot of these videos that are coming out these days, and there's going to be a lot more happening throughout this year. Steph and I have known this video would be coming for the last 3 years.
Why is everyone quitting?
We weren't sure it was necessarily going to be today. We didn't know exactly when it would fall, but we knew it was going to happen eventually. That's why over the last couple years we've been staffing up so much. That's why we partnered with a larger company to help run the channels. That's why we've been spending so much time outside of this box training up the team to make the best videos that they can. Because we knew that we couldn't do this forever. We knew that, honestly, we didn't want to do this forever. For as much as I love you, and I love overthinking things, and I love theorizing, I don't love late nights. I don't love the fact that Steph and I have been work first for over a decade.
Damn.
Where I'm sitting down at dinner with my best friend.
These are people behind the camera.
We're talking about business logistics. Or we're talking about animatronic toes. I miss the days where I could just sit down on the couch with her and play video games, and it's not for content. Or I'm playing a game and I'm not thinking about what theories are going to come out of that.
Yeah.
I miss it.
It's hard.
That's a big reason. That was a big one right there. But also just the internet's changing. My life has changed in the last 13 years.
You got a child
I mentioned Ollie
now.
before. He's the coolest little dude, and he's getting older by the minute. And I watch him, and he has so much fun, and he is so much smarter than I was when I was his age. He also probably knows the FNAF lore better than I do, which is a problem that I should probably address at some point. But honestly, I want to be able to spend more time with him. Another sad fact of the matter is I'm getting older. I'm 37.
Damn!
The other day, I actually
didn't even know that.
Google my own age, and you know,
I thought he was like 29 or something. He looks young. He's kicking ass for a 30-year-old.
Over the hill, my friend.
I don't see a single wrinkle. He's kicking ass.
I think I'm like
I should stop talking. I'm close.
37-year-old out there who has an unironic appreciation of Skibidi Toilet. Then again, maybe that's the problem.
An ironic impression of what?
Maybe that's not a good thing. And honestly, because this is all about us being honest, there is a bit of a selfish side to this. When you think about it, there's only really two ways to step away from a YouTube channel. You either just decide the day that you stop uploading and you're like, I'm done, or You just keep uploading videos from now until the heat death of the universe.
Heat death of the universe.
As your relevance slowly dies, or your passion slowly dies. And for me and my journey in this place, I always wanted to go out on a high note. And when you stop and look at the last year, this has been the best year in the Theorist lifespan.
Yeah, bro was in the bro made it in the FNAF movie. He made it.
Year. It is the year where we launched Style Theory and immediately put our foothold in a brand new space, and that took off, and now we're one of the top style and fashion channels on YouTube. And that kind of completes the trifecta of, we now have a top channel in 4 different verticals that are completely different, and no other YouTuber really has ever been able to do it to that scale. That's amazing. This is also the year where I was able to meet you guys at our Broadway show. I was able to play at the PGA and show that, hey, YouTubers aren't particularly good at golf, but they can make your event relevant for like a couple of minutes. It was also the year that I got to host the Streamy Awards, and it wasn't cringe. I mean, to be fair, the Streamy Awards are always a little bit cringe, but it was the right amount of cringe. When I pull up videos of all my favorite creators, and I watch them, and all of a sudden I start hearing people just casually dropping, "That's just a theory."
It's just a theory, a game theory.
Now this is just a theory, people.
At the end of the day, it's just a game theory.
Critical.
That's just a theory.
Sans?
A Freebirds theory.
Also a lot of lore, so if you're a big theory head, proceed at your own risk.
I did not know about this theory.
That's a theory.
That right there, that is incredible.
Yeah, bro created a culture
that I want to leave on.
Bro created a meme.
And that's how you just know it's the right time. All of those reasons coming together, saying, "Hey, this is the moment."
I can't believe.
And that's hard to say.
This new era of YouTube, bro. MatPat's gone.
Change is hard.
Damn.
But sometimes the right decision isn't the easy decision. The easy decision would just be to carry on doing this and do FNAF part 332. 332. That wouldn't be the right decision.
Bro, it would be great.
The best
by
way
that
to
time.
explain it is with a video game analogy. Feels appropriate, right? Whoa, it's game theory. Ha! Did it. Check the game part of it off. But the way I like to think about it is Earthbound. I think I've made it pretty clear over the years that
Earthbound?
is, without question, my favorite game of all time.
I've actually...
Sans' Nest, all that. You're all familiar with that.
I own that, but I just don't play it. Or I haven't played it before.
At the end of Earthbound, after you save the world, everything opens up to you. You can revisit every single location
I don't want spoilers.
That you've been to.
I was actually going to play that one day.
Every NPC that you met on your journey. And it's this incredible moment as a gamer. You see just how many lives have been impacted thanks to your journey. And then after spending as much time as you want talking to all those people, you end up back home. You go back to where it all began, where you were just a kid waking up in bed and starting your adventure. And even though your mom's there,
and then become the worst Smash character ever,
there, it feels different somehow. Like, sure, this is still a place of love and acceptance and comfort and security, but you just don't quite fit anymore. Because you just traveled the world. You made all these new friends. You are different. You grew up. And your relationship to this place grows up. It evolves. In case you couldn't tell, I'm Ness, which I guess would also mean that I'm also Sans. But I was also Ness in the FNAF movie, which just opens up all sorts of weird
Holy shit.
Slap a thumbnail on that one. So anyway, there you have it. That is why I'm leaving. I hope you can understand. But that obviously begs the question of, like,
he's leaving because he's Ness.
Well, for the next 10 weeks, we're going to have ourselves a big old going away party. If Unis Honest taught us anything, it taught us that you probably shouldn't use urine for a personal sauna. But if Unis Honest taught us 2 things.
What the hell is Unis Honest?
1 was to not soak in your own urine, but 2 was to appreciate the time that you have left. So that's why over the next 10 weeks, we're going to have a bunch of theories that are going to be a lot of fun, revisiting old favorites, getting some closure on things. We're going to see some familiar faces, a lot of awesome stuff. Although to be fair, I think it's 9 weeks, and I think we counted this one as week 1. That was stupid of us. That, my friends, is how you wind up getting Wario being 10 feet tall. Mathematical rigor. Should have double-checked the numbers. So I have 9 theories left on each of the channels. We're going to call them MatPat's Final 10 because that just sounds better. At which point then on March 9th, we're going to have that big going-away celebration, MatPat's Final Theory, and I just dust away. I stand astride my Music Man, and I just whip a Nene off into the distance. But then something special happens. Do the channels go away with me? No.
It's not 2016 anymore, bro.
Always
bro said whipping a Nene.
That anyone can be a theorist, right? If you are passionate about a topic and you love to overthink it,
don't worry, I'll start making theories in place of MatPat.
you're a theorist. And that could range from, hey, I have family recipes that I'm constantly looking to refine, to, hey, I want to create the perfect fantasy sports team. Because here's the thing, sports pros, at the end of the day, if you are in the statistics and numbers and doing calculations to see if your team won or lost, you're just playing a glorified Dungeons and Dragons game. I hate to break it to you, you're one of us, my friends. And sure, game theory is a format that I created. It's a show with this very excitable host who makes a lot of cringy dad jokes and says the word lore a lot. But
I'm gonna miss that.
At the end of the day, it's more than just the host.
Someone's got a real mantle to
it is
walk up
a
to.
format. And in a broader sense, it is a state of mind. It's a way of thinking and approaching the world around you. It's more than just the host. And when you think about it, not
sound.
a lot of YouTube channels function that way. We're special in that regard. Like, you're not going to be able to get another Markiplier stepping into the Markiplier channel. And you're never going to be able to recreate Jenna Marbles. And to be honest, you're never going to get another MatPat.
Never.
But you can have another game theorist. You can have another film theorist or food theorist or style theorist. I think in a lot of ways, we almost function kind of like the Doctor Who of YouTube, where as one host
Bro's about to
fades
regenerate.
away, a new one kind of respawns in their place. And they're
MatPat
able to
will
put
always
their
be
own
the
unique
Doctor
spin
Who
and
10.
flavor on the format and make it their unique thing.
Or the
You
10th
have
Doctor
eras
in my
of the
eyes
different
for this
theorist
channel.
channels. And so, you know,
The best.
my era is fading away and someone new is coming in. Maybe this is the David Tennant to Matt Smith transition, right?
That's what the fuck I just said! Yo, that's crazy. That is exactly what I just said, bro. MatPat is literally the David Tennant of game theory. Like, you are never going to get it again, bro. Like, and hey, Matt Smith was a good doctor too. He was 11 was good, but not as good as 10. You know.
Good, solid.
But I'm gonna
episodes
shut up
right
until
there.
the next
So
one comes
who
up.
then is going to be taking over the channels? Well, I don't know if you've noticed this, but fewer and fewer of the words that I'm saying in any given episode are actually mine. If you go down to the credits, you can actually see in the description that there are certain names that have been appearing more and more frequently.
Tom
Like,
Robinson?
Yeah, I'm listed on every single one as the writer because I touch every single script, I polish it into my voice. But in all honesty, the bulk of what I'm saying is coming from someone else. It's their research, it's their work.
Okay.
Why should they have to filter their creativity through my voice? I've always envisioned these channels as a place where we could spotlight all sorts of creators. I mean, it even goes back to the original URL of this channel, right? It isn't game theory, it was always the game theorists, because this was a place where you could find a lot of like-minded creators, all with a passion for gaming and education. That's why we had the partner shows like Gaijin Goomba with Culture Shock, or Drake with Smash History, or Ryder with A Brief History,
Oh my
or Austin with
gosh.
the Science, and Lee with the Breakdown. They were all here because we all had a similar goal: to educate people through the lens of gaming. And then YouTube pivoted and then made it so that way doing a channel in that style doesn't really work anymore. But we still tried to keep that ethos alive by making sure that we're regularly covering small indie projects. Stuff like OnlyCans, like Mandela Catalog, like OWO. OWO? See? I learned. But if we're doing that for all these other creators, why aren't we doing it for the creators on our own staff who have been in the trenches doing the research, writing these words to deliver to you over the last couple years? I have been fortunate. I have been so blessed to have this platform available to me that you've given me over the last 13 years. But I think now it's time to pass it on to the next generation.
Oh my
Give someone else
gosh.
a shot. But I realize that I'm getting off track here. So back to the question, who is taking over? First off, it's not going to one person, but rather 4. I would not wish my schedule on anyone. Like, sure, I'm willing to not sleep for the last 13 years of my life, but I feel like as old man YouTube passing this along to the next generation, I should probably do my best to try and make it more sustainable for them. It's also going to people that you're already familiar with. You've seen them showing up in shorts. You've seen them here on the couch with me for GT Live. You've sometimes seen them washing their hair with me in my own shower. Don't read too much into that, but it is accurate. Most importantly, though, they're each an expert in their own individual subject matter, and they've been spearheading the creative of the channels for the better part of the last year. And I think what's maybe the most fascinating about all of this is that each of the 4 of them come to us from a completely different angle. You know, so for instance, you have Lee, right? Lee's going to be taking over film theory, and Lee has been with us for 10 years.
Let me get a
10
proper look at their
years.
face.
It's crazy. I believe he was actually editor number 3 for the channels. We had Ronnie, and then we had Ryder, Foot of a Ferret, and then we had Lee. I think his first theory that he ever worked on was Rosalina's Peach's daughter. Peach is Dead. One of my all-time favorite episodes that we've ever done on the channel. And over time, he rose up. He had his own show on the channel here. He had Breakdown which were these just beautiful documentaries that were edited in such an incredible way.
Watch some of
And
these.
Since then, he's been spearheading a lot of the creative on both the writing and
Film
the visual
theory.
side. And then, of course, you have Amy over on Style Theory. And Amy is actually a very different case here. When she first approached us, I think it was 6 years ago, she didn't know about the channels. All she knew was that she wanted to learn everything that she could about digital video, and that Theorist was kind of the place that you went to learn that stuff. Like, we were the best when it comes to analytics and optimization and programming and things like that. She got in and she just devoured everything that we threw at her. So much so that she eventually got to the point where she was so good that she was consulting the largest mobile game company in the world based off of the stuff that we were working on here in studio.
Jeez.
Incredible. And all of that while being
indeed.
responsible for packaging somewhere around like 500 episodes across all the channels. And then she helped me and Steph brainstorm.
By the way, I'm sorry that I haven't been talking much during this video. I'm just trying to absorb and hear like what MatPat's going through and thinking and who's he giving the channel off to. I'll say my thoughts at the end of the video, but I really like what the hell I'm hearing. This is exactly how you leave an audience like perfectly on a good note.
From Style Theory for 2 years.
One of the realest
before the channel
motherfuckers on
eventually
YouTube.
launched, hoping that maybe one day she would be able to.
This is how a
rise to the
real
posting role
YouTuber
for
does it. No
Now here it is.
scandals, no
And then, of course, you
bullshit,
have
no
Santi and
flexing.
Tom. Santi over on
Here
Food
for the
Theory
people,
and Tom
entertaining
over
the
here
people.
on Game Theory. And interestingly enough, they both grew up watching Game Theory. We were
Same
their
as I.
childhood show, which, to be fair, just shows how old we are. Santi would eventually
old as
go work
hell.
at Mythical with Rhett and Link before coming
Good
here,
Mythical
where he is
morning. It's been a
bravely
minute since I
spearheading
watched
Food
that.
Theory and letting me mercilessly make fun of all of his recipes.
Prime cake.
He's much better than I give him credit for. I just like giving him a hard time. And then Tom, he worked at Disney and Fox,
Oh, wow.
but he knew
Oh, wow.
all along that he wanted to be here, right? Like, this was his aspirational goal. He wanted to write here. He emailed us a cold email outreach. We just miraculously saw it, decided to audition him, and he crushed it. His first episode that he worked on was actually watching every
What is
single
Pikachu's
installment
level?
of Pokemon anime to calculate Pikachu's level. And to be fair, that was his pitch. Like, I have asked people to do some crazy things in the past, but
Jeez.
not even I'm that brutal. Like, you can only watch Team Rocket blast off so many times, but he's like, this is an episode I'm passionate about. I think I'm gonna knock it out of the ballpark, and I'm gonna show you how committed I am. And he has been so committed ever since. So committed, in fact, that I told him, hey, if you're joining the channels, you do realize that you're gonna have to read every single FNAF book. And he's like,
Wow.
boom, he did it.
That's a
We're up here
criteria?
going
Holy
crazy, the FNAF
shit.
addict. But not only did he read every FNAF novel,
Bro
he
just wants them to
also
know that he was
read
pregnant
every
in the
single
FNAF
Hello Neighbor
universe,
book.
apparently.
Yeah, he went that far.
Wait, what do
Currently,
you-
he's read every single Hello Neighbor book.
Yikes.
Yeah, he went that far. Currently,
Yeah,
he's working
super
his way
far.
through Bendy because the new movie's coming up. If nothing else, I think that really proves
forgot
his
Bendy was
level of
having a movie.
commitment and also his appropriate level of insanity. He's a bit off the cuff at times. Like, I don't know if you saw on a recent GT Live, but Tom was here on the couch with me, and he actually denied that the moon existed, which was a choice.
Main character from the chat says, that sounds like somebody who doesn't have a flag on the moon.
I mean, that's if you believe it's even that.
The moon?
I don't think he actually believes that, but if he does, we're gonna get some
It would
weird
surprise
Majora's
me.
Mask theories. Let me tell you,
It
when
would
I go
not
out at this
surprise me.
point, I am recognized at least 5 times. It's crazy. It's a really high number at this point, and it's a fascinating split because 50% of the time it's like, oh my gosh, you're MatPat. You were my childhood. I loved watching your FNAF theories, and I'm always like, well, you know, the FNAF's still going, and they're like, what? No way. And we talk about the new game, and it's always really fun. But the other half is, oh my gosh, you're MatPat. You are my childhood. I'm watching you right now. I loved your most recent theory. That's awesome. That's such an honor. I have been so honored to be a part of all of your lives. But I think it's time
It's
for someone
sad.
else.
It's sad to see him
have
go.
that
God damn it! I'm smiling, but I'm
It's
crying
time for
inside.
someone
Don't
else
worry about
to
it.
get to ruin some childhoods. And that just kind of leaves us with one
Ruin
final
some
question, right? Which
childhoods.
is, what about me? You know, where
Yeah, where
do
are you
I
off
go?
to?
Do
Where
I
you
just
going?
retire to a beach somewhere? Do I whip
deserve
the
it.
Nene off into the distance? No. I'll still be here. Obviously, first off, we've got our final 10 episodes, like I said. So that's
Final
well,
10.
It wasn't 10 episodes. However many episodes are left between now and March 9th, we got those.
Oh, March 9th.
I'm going to be on GT Live from now until the foreseeable future, probably until the end of the summer. That feels about right. And then we have the
Damn.
big going away video on March 9th. After that, I, stand aside as Santi, Lee, Amy, and Tom step up and take over the hosting role. But
Santi,
I'm
Lee,
still gonna
Amy,
be
and
here.
Tom.
I'm still going to be alongside the creative directors talking about programming, brainstorming ideas for upcoming episodes. That's awesome. I love that. I don't want to give that up. But the other cool thing about this is that it opens up the door for me to turn the script. For the last 13 years, I've been commenting on other people's IP, but now that I'm stepping out of those roles, I get to create the IP. Still as a part
That's
of
awesome.
Theorist, but I get to create things that are going to challenge those new hosts of the channel. Things that I've had in the back of my mind from years of studying media.
Now it's somebody
that I
else's
can
turn
now
to
make
get
a reality,
harassed
and
for FNAF
the channels can comment on
theories.
them. Things like, for
Jesus.
instance, I have a lo-fi mystery series that I think
A
you're
what?
really going to dig. It's basically like if you took a lo-fi channel and applied an ARG narrative to it, it becomes lore-fi. I am so stoked about this. The
Lore-fi.
music is sounding really good. The animations are coming together really well. That's going to be launching in a couple weeks. We'll see if Lee over on Film Theory is going to be able to solve it. In April, I'm actually going to be coming back onto Style Theory to host a giant fashion show that we're doing there. We all collectively had this thought of like, hey, online brands, online influencers are coming up with their own apparel lines. Why is there no place to showcase that sort of stuff? And then it hit us like, hey, we have a style and fashion channel. Why aren't we doing it ourselves? Creators in Fashion by Style Theory, that is coming to you in April, hosted by me.
crazy.
Some of the time that I'm not hosting the channels, I'm going to be practicing my runway walk. Because let me tell you, if I'm sashaying down the runway, if I'm stomping the runway, it's not going to be pretty right now. So I need to practice that a little bit. There's also this animation show that we did a pilot for in
The
like the middle
Envy?
of last year. It's basically like if you took Gravity Falls but aged it up and made it about adulting. It's really, really solid. And
Alright.
also there's this video game idea that I want to do for like
Man,
so long that I've never had the
MatPat's
opportunity to
grinding
really,
right
like,
now.
dive
For
into
somebody who
and
sounds like they're
make
about to retire.
reality.
Shit.
Now it's my chance
Bro,
to
it's
step
still
into the role of
grinding.
Scott Cawthon and challenge the new game theorist. There's always been the memes about are Scott Cawthon and I the same person? Not yet.
Probably.
But who knows? Maybe starting later this year.
And I'm
those
sorry.
are just the immediate.
You know, I kind of just like fell in with the joke, you know, like and said probably, but there's people really asking that question. Are you stupid? Like,
things that I have on my to-do list because I want to make.
there's
fun,
probably some
cool
people who
things.
genuinely think it
And
too.
even if it's not a weekly episode, I still want to give those things to you because I think you'll like them. You matter to me. You
See,
are
that's
so
a fucking
important.
YouTuber. None of that
Every
fake
single
ass
one of those people who
garbage.
stop me on the street, it's an honor.
None of that fake ass garbage. None of that stunting, flexing,
Because of this whole transition,
scandals,
I've been thinking a lot about my time.
talking
on
shit
these
about their
channels.
audience behind their
And
back.
the evolution
This is an
that we've
OG.
gone
This is
to
a real one, like
together.
Chugga
In the
Conroy.
beginning, right? I was kind of like the edgy older brother, where I would talk about,
I
like,
will
oh,
cry
you know
if
that
Chugga-
Link is dead, and let's make some boob jokes. And then at a certain point,
I will cry if
evolved
Chugga
into
retires,
Dad
bro.
Pat,
I will.
Right? I became a little bit more mature. I had the team around me. I had to be more careful about who I was saying was dead
Pink sauce.
on
They
a
tried
regular
that?
basis. Instead of talking about boobs, I ended up talking about Luigi's bulge. That felt like the right decision.
What?
At this point, I think I'm kind of evolving into a grandpa Pat.
Yeah, an old
for
man.
lack of a better term.
I was just about to say old man, but he finished it before I
And
could.
just like
Sorry, I just hit my
your
desk.
grandparents, hopefully cool grandparents, but just like a grandparent. you
Yeah,
know,
my grandparents are still
you don't
kicking
get to see
ass
me
for
all the
70
time.
and
and
80,
I
I
don't get
think.
to see you all the time.
No, 70.
And
70
maybe
and
we
70.
call and talk to each other every once in a while. But at the end of the day, that grandpa loves getting to see you. Maybe he shows up at a special event. Maybe he shows up at a holiday. Maybe he shows up at the Theory Wear fashion show. Who knows? But he so looks forward to seeing you. And the love that he has for you, it doesn't go away.
Bruh.
That grandpa is so proud of you. And he cherishes the relationship that you've had so much. And he is so honored to be a part of your life. To have been a part of
Bruh.
helping you grow and helping you experience the world. And he looks forward to seeing you at the next event.
Real one, bro. Real
And if
one.
you see him on the street, we'll hang out. And hopefully he brings you cool, fun gifts. I know this is going to sound cheesy. And I know the internet will probably rake me over the coals. For crying, for one, but
I mean, this is his child, bro. It's been 13 years. The game theory. Of course he's going to cry. It's time to pass it on. It's time to rest.
not just ad impressions.
Shit, I'm reaching
just merch
a
sales.
decade on my channel, too.
What you have done for me, and from everyone I talk to, what I've done for you is special. It's special. When I was in middle school, I had this goal of making the world a better place because I had been a part of it.
God damn,
It didn't
bro.
have to be big.
You gonna make me
It didn't
cry,
have to be
Matt.
curing cancer. But I wanted there to have been a ripple impact. Just
You
because
made
I
a
was there.
goddamn tidal wave instead of a ripple impact, bro. He made went crazy with this channel.
We've done it. I think we've been able to achieve something great here. You have taken me on the wildest, craziest 13-year ride of my life. And I'm so grateful. So, Grandpa Pat is going to sign out now.
Oh shit.
And I'll be around for a couple more weeks.
No.
I'll be living around the house for a while.
I'm
We'll
gonna
have a big
cry.
family reunion
I'm gonna
celebration.
cry, god damn it.
Then I'll go off to my little shack in the woods, my retirement home down
Shack in the
Florida.
woods. Stop making
And
it
I'll
sound
pop in every
sad.
once in a while.
Nah.
Anyway, at this point in my notes, I had it written that we're going to start a countdown clock of that like final 10 episodes, final 9 episodes. So start that. I don't know what it's going to look like yet. Hopefully the editors don't rip off what is on us too much. If they do, I hope they change it.
9 theories remain.
And with that,
It's like Majora's Mask.
I'm going to say for one of the
Dawn
final
of the final theory.
not the final time, but one of the final times. As always, my friends, remember, it's just a theory. A game theory.
When he says that for the last time, I'm gonna punch a wall.
Thank you for watching.
See, I know y'all probably expected me to be all, oh shit. I know y'all expected me to be all goofy and probably give my like 2 cents like I do. You know, that's my thing for this channel. But like, nah, I wanted to hear Matt, bro. I wanted to be calm for once in the damn video, you know? Shit, I'm gonna start crying. Fuck! And then it doesn't help that while I'm like trying to be serious here and tell y'all that I'm not trying to be goofy and I'm trying to hear MatPat out, it doesn't help that this little chuckle fuck right here says, this isn't real, right? This can't be real, right? Like, god damn it. It hurts. It hurts, but it feels good. It feels good to know that Matt knows that, you know, the community loves him and that he made this this tidal wave of influence around the world and he's helped people with his videos. He's entertained people with his videos. He made people laugh with his videos. That's what the fuck being a YouTuber is about. It's not about the shit 2017 brought for the new norm for YouTubers, flexing and all that shit, scandals and all that stuff, the clickbait, none of that shit nobody cares about. What being a YouTuber is waking up every goddamn day, sticking to your guns, doing your craft, and trying to entertain people, make as many people laugh and cry and shit, you know? Y'all laughed and cried on my videos. Y'all love seeing me lose my shit to the Smash reactions. And then when I fade into the distance and probably give my YouTube channel to my son one day, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be sitting there crying too, and hopefully I will have made a big tidal wave as this man has, sitting here crying. I better be. I swear to God, if you are not ugly crying like this when you retire from YouTube, this was a lucky ass frame, by the way. If you are not ugly crying like this when you give up your YouTube channel, you didn't do YouTube right. Seriously. I know this motherfucker when he I know this motherfucker when he got off that chair, he was ugly sobbing. And that is exactly how you sign off of YouTube, bro. Knowing that you made an impact, sad that you have to leave, but happy that a new generation of what you left behind or a new generation that's going to be on your foundation is going to come up and entertain people and do the same thing as you and keep the damn theories and legend going, bro. We gonna love MatPat. We gonna miss MatPat. The only thing that I hope is that MatPat in the future just ends up as like a background Easter egg. Like you'll just catch him and everyone's gonna timestamp it. That's what I hope. I hope he doesn't completely fade into obscurity and doesn't tweet or post anymore. But not fade into obscurity. I don't think I should have said that. I think that's wrong. Just fade into dust. Like I hope he comes back at some point, maybe as an Easter egg or something. But yeah, I'm glad MatPat ended off with a good note. I'm happy to be here to watch his legend still go through and him knowing that he's a legend. Damn, let me end this video before I start crying. Let me know what your favorite MatPat video is in the comments down below. I gotta say, I just love all of his Five Nights at Freddy's theories, bro. That's what I grew up watching MatPat on, and some of his like Nintendo theories as well that I've watched on the channel and off the channel. I really love that part of his channel. But damn, like all these heads down here commenting, bro. Like, shit. I'm seeing YouTubers I grew up watching down here. Like everybody grew up watching MatPat, and that is the fucking craziest shit in the world, bro. That's how much we all love Matt. All right, I'll see you awesome kissers later. Peace out.
Now this is possibly his last Nights at Freddy's theory video.
Ha ha! That's fucking hilarious.